Find the percentage that changes the original value to the new value given in each case. Let's start with the first case. The original was 300, the new is 400. We need to find how much is the change. For this, we have to calculate the difference between the new and the original. In this case, 400 minus 300, which is 100, and that's an increase. So there is a change of 100 out of 300. So for every 300, there is a change of 100. So we put the ratio 100 over 300. And this should be equal to our percentage we're looking for out of 100. So how much is the change, which is x, over 100? By solving this proportion, we get the value of x and we get the percent of change. We start by simplifying. Here we divide by 100 the first ratio, numerator and denominator. Then we multiply both sides by 100, we get the x. X equals 100 over 3. We do the division to get 33.3. So the percent of change is 33.3%. And in this case, we say it's an increase of 33.3%. Let's move to the second part. Original 300 and the new 200. As we did before, we have to find the difference. 300 minus 200 in this case equals 100. So the change is 100. However, it's a decrease. Then we set the proportion. We put the difference 100 over the original 300 equals x over 100. Then we solve this proportion as before, simplify, multiply by 100. Then you get x equals 100 over 3. Divide and you get 33.3. So the decrease is 33.3%. Calculate the difference. It's 60, so it's a decrease of an amount of 60. Let's find the percentage, put the proportion. 60 over the original, 200, equals x over 100. Solve this proportion. Cancel the 0 and then multiply by 100. So you get 6 over 20 times 100. Then simplify this. As you can see, and you get 30, 3 times 10. So that's the percentage of change, decrease of 30%. Let's say they give you a question with the original value given. Example, 300 is the original value. And then you are asked to find the new value after a decrease of 25%. To do this, you need to find 25% of the original first. That's the first step. 25 over 100 of 300. The original is 300. You calculate this first. Make sure you simplify the 100 between 300 and 100. So you get only 3 times 25. Multiply this to get 75. So that's the decreasement. So it's a decrease of 75. Now you take the new should be equal the 300, the original, take away the decreasement 75 and you get your new value. Your new value is, in this case, 225. That's it. Another example. Given the original 300, find the new after an increase of 20%. If you are given the new value and the increase of 20%, to find the original, set the equation. Original plus 20% of the original should be equals the new. Let's call the original x. So in this case, x plus 20% of x equals 300, the new. As you can see, then we solve this. Substitute 20% by 20 over 100 and then multiply both sides by 100 to get 100x plus 20x, because you cancel the 100, equals 300, which is 30,000. Simplify this. 100x plus 20x equals 120x. So we get 120x equals 30,000. Then divide both sides by 120. As you can see, you get your x. X equals 30,000 divided by 120. Now simplify the 10 and then simplify the 2. So you get 6 and 1,500. Then we do a division of 1,500 by 6. Here is, I explain how to do the division. 15, you have 2 6 in 15, which is 12. Subtract to get 3. 15 minus 12 equals 3. Then drop the 0. 30, 5 times 6, 30. Then subtract and drop the 0 and you get 0. So x equals 250, which is the original.